What's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. And today we will be discussing alien wars and the different kinds of descriptions that they've had for them in the past. I mean, there's been plenty of ancient societies and civilizations that had discussed the so called alien wars that happened at one time that either brought about humanity or destroyed humanity or brought civilization or other nations into contact with each other. Um, there's a bunch of ancient depictions and texts speaking about them. So I figured it'd be a cool topic for us to discuss today. And hopefully we'll be able to stay on topic because we never seem to be able to do that. Cheers, fuckface. I will be putting the link for the hangout in the comment section on YouTube. So let me get the link for you guys. And if you have Google Hangouts, feel free to come and join. Also, if you're on iPhone or Mac or any of the OS software, iOS, you can download it from the Play Store. Trust me, it's there. What up, Sergeant Shill? What up, Jack? What up, Sean? Luna 1980. How you doing? Reptilians versus Greys versus humans versus bluebirds versus Maya versus Celestials versus Hydra versus Greek gods. There you go, Sean. That's our local crazy guy. Here's a link for you guys. Boom. There you go. So anyway, while we're waiting for them to join, there are a bunch of different ancient stories, text, the Mahabharata, especially like the Mahabharata. I mean, basically that reads like Star Wars, Hello?
What's up, man?
What up, brother?
Not much.
All right. Where are you at?
At Wally World.
At Wally World?
Home of all the nutters.
Oh, I was going to say, did you take your girl to school yet? But she's off today, right? It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're just really hanging out with the nutters at Walmart?
No, I just came to pick up actually some cat litter and water and.
You mean sausage, right?
Yes, lots and lots of sausage.
Oh, that's cool, man. Anyway,
sausage everywhere.
Be a minute. I'm eating. All right, Jack. What's going on with Sean?
What do you mean?
Why isn't he on here? Where are we? What's going on, Cons? Are we at war? No, we're not at war. We're talking about ancient wars or so-called alien wars from back in the day.
It's because you said F your live stream.
I'll have to put you on. I'm gonna have to put you on mute, dude. I have to put you on mute. I'm sorry, man. I keep hearing that baby crying. There's some kid or like yelling in there, dude, or whatever it is. It keeps coming out on the screen. Too bad. Go over there and tell that baby to shut up, dude. Go over there and smack that baby.
Be like, can't you see I'm live right now?
Pull a Donald Trump and be like, get him out of here. Take his coat. Let me check the comment section on YouTube. All right, you coming on here, Sean? All right, cool. Oh, okay. How disappointing. Yes. It's Sunday for me, so I'm still just man, that's cool. Oh yeah, no, we're not going to real war. Khan said, I said, are we at war? I said, no, it's aliens. He's like, let me get my bow. Then I told him, no, it's just a ancient text of wars. He's like, oh, how disappointing. He doesn't get to kill anyone with his bow. Cons, are you getting on here or what? What up, Feezy? Feezy? Pekeezy? Live from Walmart, right? Where's the Alien Wars? What the fuck? I want to see Tom Cruise, right? Oh, that was a badass movie, dude. What was that? Edge of Tomorrow? That was awesome. Harry Toe. Cheers, fuckface. Cheers. How you doing, brother? When are you going to get on here and join us, Harry Toe? He always comes on here, comes on the comments, watches all my videos, fucking donates to the channel all the time, man. Never comes on here, dude. What up, Tony?
What up, man? How you doing today?
Good, brother. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good, man.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Go for it, man. BZ, oh, you're talking about War of the Worlds. Oh, man. Oh, that was pretty good. That was Steven Spielberg. Yeah, Tom Cruise, right? Dakota Fanning. Yeah, it was okay. I think Edge of Tomorrow was much better.
What about the case in Nuremberg, 1561?
Well, we're going to be getting to that in a little bit. I'm just waiting for everybody to get on here. Yeah, because I have a little bit to go off about that. So, what's going on, Gyro? How you doing? What up, Sean? You got sound, Sean?
Yeah, I just had it on mute. That's all.
There you go. What up, Jack? How you doing, brother?
All right, trying to prop this phone. Shit, that ain't no good.
Oh, yeah, something's popping up.
Yeah, I'm trying to charge it a little bit. I just got back.
That's cool, man. Check this out. This is what my girl got for charging phones. Here, check this out. It's a stand, man. This is so funny. I know it's ridiculous, dude. Look at this. It's a gooseneck with a USB and a little hand that holds up your phone, and you just like make a little, and it's supposed to charge it. And I'm like, it's standing vertical. What's the freaking point in that, dude? It's so stupid. I don't get it, dude. It's like a vertical stand, man. And it's a USB. I guess that's like makes it halfway decent, I guess. But stupid freaking stand. It don't work. Like this thing constantly wants to fall over too. But oh well. So don't get one of these, all right? Everybody. Stay away from these. They are terrible. Yeah, so like I was saying, so the I think when it comes to like alien wars, like back in ancient times, that the Mahabharata is probably like numero uno for like the most descriptive wars and like the most accounts of these alien wars. The
Iliad.
What's up?
The Iliad and the Odyssey.
Yeah, but I mean, like those were like real wars, like the Trojan Wars and stuff, So I wouldn't really count those as a part of it.
Yeah, but so were the wars in the Mahabharata and stuff.
That's what I'm talking about, But they were like, they would speak about what they were saying, actual wars, and we're like Rama and like Vishnu and stuff like that. We're actually fighting, other armies and fighting each other and stuff. And so you'd have to like believe that there was don't drink that on camera, dude. You're gonna get me in trouble. Fuck. Jeez. I'm trying to keep it clean, man. So I got an email about that. Speaking of this, check this out, you guys. I got an email from YouTube saying how they that it's their algorithm and that they had to do an update. I was completely right. And that some like my videos will get remonetized, like some of them will, some of them won't. And they're going to keep working on it or whatever. And they're like, just do your best to keep it clean right now. That the bots are like literally, it's just a bot listening for swear words and looking for nudity and stuff like that, And so if it finds too much of that, it'll, like our video yesterday, I didn't even care. I was like, okay, just cuss all you want. I didn't care. That video still got monetized, But my other video, my DNC video that I did where I cussed nonstop, but I bleeped out every cuss word, that didn't get monetized. You see, so it's just certain things for the algorithm. So, you know, we can't be smoking any bud or anything. There you go, buddy. Right, perfect, man. You know, there you go. Put it in a koozie or whatever, man. You know, wrap it up in a beer, put it in a brown paper bag. I don't give a crap. Just don't let the algorithm figure out what we're doing, you know?
Gotta be smarter than the old rhythm.
Exactly. If you want to take a hit, like I used to do, I would duck my head and I would take a hit off my pipe, you know?
That's what I do.
My dry tobacco pipe, you know, dry leaf tobacco only.
Amen.
That's right, brother. Anyway,
That's exactly what I do when I use my pipe.
exactly. Me too.
Tobacco pipe.
So anyway, now I think the only other ancient civilizations that spoke about gods warring with each other would probably be like the Greeks. Their gods were constantly at war with each other. And then the Nordic gods were constantly, you know, Odin and all them, you know, they were all at Thor. They were all at war with each other all the time. That was like their main thing. War. I don't know how much the Egyptian gods actually went to war with each other.
Osiris got chopped up.
Yeah, but he got killed by his brother though, man. He didn't go to war with anybody, you know.
Well, his son.
It's not the same thing. One dude killing his brother is not the same thing as war. I'm sorry, Sean, but no. you need
Just rattling off.
What was that? I missed that.
What's up?
What was that? I missed that.
I was saying that you need more than just one person killing, you know, you need more than just a dude killing his brother to go to consider this an actual war. You know, because Sean was saying Set killing Osiris was like would be an example of it, and I said I have to disagree. Set killing Osiris is not they didn't go to war. It's not like Osiris's army went to war with Set's army or anything, you know.
Well, wasn't that Zep Tepi the first time? Like that was before war and everything, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like before civilization and shit. So
yeah.
But now you know and then you have like the in the Ramayana and the Bhagavad Gita, like Vishnu and Rama would go to war with each other and fight for their kingdom and like for their like city states and stuff. And the same actually with the Jewish God, all right, with the you know the God of the Old Testament, and which was one of the reasons why people hated the Jews for so long, because their God went to war for them where everyone else's God wouldn't. And he would go before their army got there, and he would destroy their opponents and their armies, and allow the Israelites to basically just march through and take over whatever they wanted. God helped them destroy the walls of Jericho with the power of the Ark, you know. And then they marched around with the Ark of the Covenant, which was like basically a nuclear bomb back then. This thing was so powerful it could stop anybody, and no army could be defeated if they marched along with the Ark of the Covenant, you know. And so I mean,
blame the Jews.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like that's why people hate the Jews to begin with. You know, when they started, they were like Nazis, man. They could just go in and take over anybody, and they were like taking over the world, you know. But I think it's really interesting that, you know, tell me, do you guys think that any of these alien wars actually happened? I want to hear it in the comment section on YouTube as well. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that any alien wars ever took place over Earth? We'll start let's start with Sergeant Shill and work our way down. So Shill, what do you think?
I don't know. I could see it, but I'm not 100% sold on it. Even though I do take into consideration those irradiated skeletons and ruins that they've unearthed in India. But is it because of that, or is it because of that's happened and it's been happening? So maybe it was because of that. Who knows? But
You
I
got
can't see
cut
it
out.
being
You got cut out
outside.
for a minute.
Oh, I can't see it being outside the realm of possibility.
All right. So what he was talking about was the dead bodies found at Mohenjo Daru, and how that could have been from some kind of a war. For everyone at home who didn't catch that because he cut out. I know exactly what he was talking about. So you cut out for a minute right there, but I got what you're saying. Sean, what do you think, brother?
I think there's quite a bit of evidence for the possibility of high-tech warfare in the ancient past, multiple destroyed locations all across the world.
With God.
Yeah. I don't know the name of the place that has the glass. It's all glass from being burned.
Mohenjo Daru.
Isn't there another one? Like Sodom and Gomorrah? Turned to ash?
Yeah. And also there's the Egyptian desert glass.
Yeah, but that's not the glass he's talking about, man. He's talking about
No, I was on. Yeah.
But yeah, keep going, Sean.
I would say just the remnants of those destroyed places and age of those places.
You would say, yeah, you think that's evidence. All right.
There's one in India too that's messed up.
There's what?
I think there's another ancient site in India that's destroyed, and they say it was destroyed by one of the gods.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look it up.
Just sorry to jump in, but it just popped in my head, and I don't want to forget. But what about Tiwanaku or whatever there? Tiwanaku or you know what place I'm talking about? In the mountains in the Andes.
Well, there's
that was destroyed. Is that maybe possibly evidence of an ancient alien war?
I don't know, Shill, but don't interrupt other people. All right, we'll wait until these other guys answers, and then you can jump in with your Tiwanaku and stuff. All right, you dick. All right, Jennifer, go ahead.
I was just thinking about all the civilizations that build their houses underground way back. Maybe they were hiding from something that was, from the air.
So so you're thinking that, there was probably alien wars because of stuff.
Yeah, they were building their homes inside of the sides of cliffs and underground in order to try to hide from what was ever, over their heads going on, maybe.
Could be. All right. Jack the Stripper?
I think it's definitely a possibility. Hard direct evidence. I know there's a theory about Mars went through some kind of like that way back. 4.5 billion years is a long time, and we've been here for a lot compared to that. It's hard to say. I think it's very possible, but I'm kind of repeating everybody else.
All right, Tony, what do you think?
Yeah, I do think it's possible, and it perhaps maybe, but just like Jack just said, without direct evidence, who knows? But there could be evidence that we're just not looking at, or it's been overlooked. But it's a great possibility. I would not put it past.
All right. So let me put my 2 cents in, dude. I think the stories are very interesting, but are nothing more than stories. I don't think any alien gods ever had a war with each other on our planet. I think any aliens that are traveling to Earth that can travel across the galaxy and to other galaxies and stuff, I think would be beyond war. That like war would be outdated. Whereas, if you wanted to, you could kill an entire planet, like a Death Star, like they would have that ability. And simply, so there is no such thing as war for aliens. Aliens don't go to war. They would simply annihilate each other with a single push of a button, either which way, That so it would never be like a. I could never see aliens going to war. I would see them being far past the need for going to war with anybody, you know, and especially fighting over our planet for what, you know. I think like the alien wars and the wars of the gods were ways of um trying to understand the science that they didn't know back then, that they couldn't understand how weather worked and how volcanoes worked and how earthquakes worked and how hailstorms and meteorites and all these things, they just couldn't understand it. And so the best way to understand it was to say that the gods are going to war with each other, and this stuff is the result of these wars, you know. I just don't see aliens going. I don't see aliens having a use for war anymore. But that's just my opinion. Now, Shill, what were you saying about Teotihuacan or Tiwanaku? Which place were you talking about? The place in Mexico or the place in Bolivia?
The place in South America,
Bolivia?
I guess. Yeah, the one in the mountains.
Tiwanaku.
They say
Oh, well,
they say that it was like destroyed. Maybe that's possible. I don't like you. I don't believe that aliens came and had some big old Star Wars Battlestar Galactica battle in our skies.
I just don't see
But
it.
did they show signs of force, or did they show demonstrate their power? Maybe. Who knows?
Okay, so speaking of these wars, now then Gyro had brought up something earlier that Sergeant Schill and I were discussing earlier, we're talking about, which is the woodcuts from Germany. And I'm going to go ahead and pull those up real quick. Because these were very interesting pieces. Now, this is actually, and it's not the only time that it happened. It actually has happened a number of times in a number of places over there throughout the years. So let me pull one of the pictures up. Hang on. All right, hang on. Okay, so agreeing with you guys. All right, so this is one right here. Medieval woodcut seems to describe UFO battle over Nuremberg, Germany, 1561. This is the epoch times, right? Now this is what I find interesting about this particular woodcut, this particular drawing. You got the cigar-shaped UFOs. You got the spheres. You got the cigar-shaped UFO releasing the spheres. Okay. Yeah, you got what also appears to be some flying triangles, like some flying crucifixes.
We kind of see those
And then
today.
you even
It
have
looks like
then you even have what appears to be a giant black flying triangle. You know, even like the size of a city, kind of reminds me of possibly like the Phoenix Lights. Even then, you see over here, you have some of the objects have actually crashed and burned. And you have the villagers, they're looking at it, they're like, oh shit, look at that, the motherfucker's burning. So now what do you guys think? Now, if I look at some of these look like broken sticks. Like some of these things are broken. You know?
maybe they're jagged like wings, like on the back of a plane, like the rear dorsal could be like open hatches where it's releasing drones or fighter ships.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
But all those things see to this day. Those are all sightings of current UFOs as well.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to describe, you know?
Yeah.
Can you guys see this right here? Family here screaming inside dead teen's casket. What they'll find inside will shock you. You know what it was? She wasn't even screaming. The poor boyfriend just thought he heard screaming. And his girlfriend had just died. And he's just sitting there listening by her casket, listening to the ground. He just heard some noises. And like, oh, she's screaming, she's screaming. And he opened it up. She's like, she's not screaming. She's fucking dead, dude. Poor bastard. Anyway, Hans Glasser was a journalist of sorts in the 16th century in Germany. He depicted a wondrous, perplexing event that occurred in the early morning hours of April 14, 1561, in the city of Nuremberg. His woodcut shows a sky full of strange objects, smoke arising from the ground where the objects seem to have crashed. It was accompanied by a description translated in full below that speaks of rods and globular objects flying back and forth overhead. Fighting vehemently, immense smoke rose from the ground where the objects fell. Many of the objects were red, but there was also a round ball of partly dull, partly black furious color, and something like a black spear with very long and thick-sided and shaft pointed to the east and the point pointed west. He said that the scene was observed by many of the residents in Nuremberg. Glasser didn't know what to make of it except to say that it could be a sign from God.
Here's a thought. What if the guy who did the artist, the picture and such, maybe it was a hallucinogen induced picture, if you follow it, like a hallucination, you know, because back then in those times they'd make breads like rye breads, and there was a certain thing that would happen, like if you had a bad thing with the rye or what have you, and it makes like LSD, a natural occurring LSD, a heavy hallucinogen.
No,
They
I know.
believe it is in part responsible for like the Salem witches, you know?
Yeah, and also for werewolves and stuff. However, I'm gonna have to agree with that because
Yeah.
the people had, you know, he was writing for like a journal, like a newspaper, and so everyone else was seeing this. And if he just wrote and described his hallucination, everyone would be like, "What the freak are you talking about? That didn't happen." You know. So like he's trying to write what everybody, he's recording what everybody had witnessed, you know. And I mean, like being, you know, and it's not easy to do a woodcut and print and stuff back then. So everything he was doing was a big deal. I don't think jotting down one of his acid trips would really cut it. You know, I think something definitely happened for him to, you know, write it down and everything like that. Now, what they're saying right here, modern skeptics have explained accounts of the figurative instead of literal, or as describing a solar phenomenon, perhaps a sundog. Personally, it looks more like a battle of the gumdrops and Pez dispensers to me, wrote blogger Michael Heiser. Look at this. So he thinks that this, like possibly a sundog. Okay, now that's freaking retarded, dude. All right. Do you think that's how they would have described a sundog? No. Now, possibly if they were lucky, now this would be really rare, but maybe they had a comet could have passed very, very closely. And as Earth passed through its tail, perhaps meteorites could have been bombarding the city. Do you think that could be possible?
Of course.
And maybe he's describing these meteors falling, but then that wouldn't really describe the big black thing, you know, which reminds me of a giant flying triangle. Oh, here's the full translation. So let's go ahead and see what the full translation says. All right. All right. So here we go. In the morning of April 14th, 1561, at daybreak between 4 and 5 a.m., a dreadful apparition occurred on the sun, and then this was seen in Nuremberg in the city, before the gates and in the country by many men and women. At first there appeared in the middle of the sun 2 blood-red semicircular arcs. So see the blood-red arcs? Look at that, dude. Flying boomerangs. Okay, let's go back. That's cool, man. Where we're at? Where was I? Just like the moon in its last quarter, and in the sun, above and below, and on both sides, the color was blood. There stood a round ball of partly dull, partly black, furious color. Likewise, there stood on both sides, and as a torus about the sun, such blood red ones and other balls in large number. About 3 in a line and 4 in a square also came, also some alone. In between these globes, there were visible a few blood red crosses, between which there were blood red stripes, becoming thicker to the rear and in the front, malleable like the rods of reed grass, which was intermingled among the two big rods, one on the right and the other on the left. And within the small and big rods, there were 3, also 4 and more globes. They all started to fight amongst themselves, so that the globes which were first in the sun flew out to the ones standing on both sides thereafter. The globes standing outside the sun and the small and large rods flew into the sun. Besides, the globes flew back and forth among themselves and fought vehemently with each other for over an hour. And when the conflict in and again out of the sun was most intense, they became fatigued to such an extent that they all had said above, fell from the sun down upon the earth, as if they all burned, and they then wasted away on the earth with immense smoke. After all of this, there was something like a black spear, very long and thick sided. The shaft pointed to the east, the point pointed west. Whatever such signs mean, God alone knows. Although we have seen shortly one after another many kinds of signs in the heaven, which are sent to us by the Almighty God to bring us repentance, we still are unfortunately so ungrateful that we despise such high signs and miracles of God, or we speak of them with ridicule and discard them to the wind, in order that God may send us frightening punishment on account of our ungratefulness. After all, the God-fearing will by no means discard these signs, but will take it to heart as a warning of their merciful Father in heaven, will mend their lives with and faithfully beg God that he may avert his wrath, including the well-deserved punishment on us, so that we may temporarily here and perpetually there live as his children. For it may God grant us his help. Amen. Well, he went all fucking religious there for a minute, but I really like his description of it. And it really seems like he could have been talking about modern day UFOs. Like I've personally seen black flying triangles, black spheres up close. I've also personally seen red floating dots that appeared in a line, and I actually saw this over let me stop sharing my screen real quick. I actually seen this over what's it, the in Arizona, where it looked like, and it's funny because the cop actually saw this exact same sighting that I had, and actually reported it to the same people I did, because I actually did like a interview for like a documentary or whatever. And it was over top of the mountains. It was like 3 lights, and they all lit up, and kind of like, it was like 1, 2, 3, and then they like blinked on and then blinked off and then blinked on, and then what looked like it kind of looked like a hamburger, all right, but the top bun, well, like one side was rounded and it came to a point and it like curved, and then there were dots in the middle, and then another like rounded end, and it came to a point and like curved. So it looked like this weird kind of like hamburger, like lit up in the sky. Man, it was fucking crazy, dude. And the cop actually saw this too, man, and was actually reporting it to the same people I had reported that sighting to. It was freaking nuts, man. So, but a lot of the stuff that they described are all very similar to UFO sightings that I had seen, Now for the whole, it's going, for them going to war with each other, I just don't see war happening. For whatever reason, they might be flying around and something may have happened, but I don't see them actually going to war. But I do think there's a good chance that he did describe a UFO encounter or UFO event. What are your guys' thoughts?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. What we got? What do you guys say on YouTube? What up, Snooch? How you doing, buddy? What up, Zebrax? What up, Alex? What's going on, you guys? How long did you get here? How long have you been here, Snooch? Didn't put you didn't you ain't passed out yet? How we got one talking about having a secret Air Force docks. What do you mean? Who? What's going on, Alex? How you doing, brother? Yeah, tell him to upload and share. That's right, man. Your phone crashed again from Hangout. Oh, that sucks, Sean. Did wait, what happened? Sergeant Shill saying his phone took a shit as well. Look at this. Everyone's shit is freezing up on him, dude. Sean's froze up. Sergeant's froze up. Look, Zach's trying to get on here. I don't know if he's even on here. Zach, you on here? See, we're just having problems with everyone. Haley's comet would have been around that timeline. It could be a comet breaking up. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about too. You know, it's possible. What up, Ad Hill? Zach, your microphone's freaking terrible, dude. I don't know what you're talking through. Oh, it's Gyro, dude. Apparently he's talking through a fucking potato again. All the balls is win. That's a very complicated name. I'm good, buddy. How are you? Yeah, so I mean, well, let's get your guys' opinions. Alex, what do you think? They freeze up your hangouts, you know. Well, the Jews were actually really they were hardcore, man, and you know, a lot of people, a lot of races didn't like them because they wielded the power of the covenant, and so they marched with God before their army, and so they could destroy any civilization that stood in their way, you know. What's going on, Sebastian? How you doing, brother? So, Alex, what do you think, buddy? And let's get all you guys' opinions. Snooch, what do you think? We're talking about the woodcut from ancient from Germany, from Nuremberg, Germany in 1561. Here, I'll share my screen again so you guys can see this just to make sure. So you guys on YouTube, tell me what you guys think. This right here, this was described as you know, in modern ufology, you know, we would say these are UFO sightings. At least I've seen everything that they described in here, I've seen before as a UFO. So, you know, now do I think they went to war with each other? Fuck no. But I just think they had a UFO sighting, you know. Now look, now here's another one that happened. Same kind of similar incident. That's cool. Oh, look at a dolmen. That's cool. So anyway, what are your guys' thoughts out there on YouTube in the comment section?
Aren't there? There's a lot of examples of UFOs and well, alleged UFOs or unidentified objects in a lot of ancient art. It's kind of interesting. It's almost as if you know, maybe they were trying to push forward like that knowledge way back then. Maybe their own way of disclosing, if you will. You know,
why wouldn't these people think that they automatically, why wouldn't they jump to God as an answer, you know, instead of saying, you know, oh, it was some kind of a natural weather phenomenon or something like that? You know, don't you think that do you think that any of the people like today, any of the alien people would have just been like it was God and not, you know, because it seems like the author of it seemed like it was to him a very religious uh sighting. You know, do you think the other people would consider it religious, or do you think there was anyone back then who might have considered this to be perhaps people from another planet or something?
Well, I think that's just it. I think some of these artists tried to say that, you know, that these are something from not here, you know, where exactly they weren't sure, but everything was so centralized around the church.
Nuremberg in
Yeah,
particular.
but even in that, like that's what I'm getting at. Like even his little religious spiel, we got to remember the times back then. Back then, everything was centered around church. I mean, like everything went through the church, and you had to watch what you said, you know, and you had to pay the proper respect.
Burn your ass at the stake, man.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
maybe
Robert,
not so much in his time.
Can you take over for a minute?
Yeah, maybe not so much in his time, but like look at the time of Galileo or that other astronomer, you know, I can't remember his name, but he was burned at the stake for suggesting that the Earth wasn't at the center of the solar system. Well, they didn't even know it as being a solar system back then. It's just really interesting how the church manipulated and steered public thought, public influence, interpretation, and the belief structure. It was all centered around that. Go ahead.
You're so easily to be labeled a heretic back then.
Oh yeah,
well, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
And it was up to you to prove not.
Yeah, and you know, it's almost impossible to prove not when you're going up against a church, you know? It's just like with the witching trials. They would say, "Oh, you know, if you're a witch, you won't drown." But
yeah, I know that's so messed up, dude. So
they forced you
we got
into a belief
we got
system.
DB Cooper saying that Vimana supposedly had nuclear war, right? I always like that cut. Yeah, that's what the well, you know, that's not the same war as we're talking about when he's talking about the Vimanas and the nuclear war. But yes, that woodcut, I've always liked it too. I thought it was excellent. And what else? What about the Sumerian god fighting? Yeah, like the from the Vinny Dodd and Ahura Mazda. Yeah, and you know, but I think he just went to war with his brother. And Snooch says witnesses said there was literally a war in the sky. That's true. That's literally what they were. You know, that's what they were. I mean, that's what they thought was happening. At least, you know, at least what they seen. So I'm thinking, you know, as you know, we were pointing out earlier, could it be a could it be that we're passing through the tail of a comet at that around that same time? And that's what they're seeing. And there's also something else, okay? And I described this in one of my videos a long time ago. I actually, at one time in Indiana, the only time I've ever seen this, I saw the Aurora Borealis. And it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen, dude. And this was right around the time of my UFO sightings. In fact, I was actually with my drummer at the time. And we were driving, and we saw a UFO, like this orange light in the sky, flying across the sky. And as we're watching it fly, we come over the crest of the hill, and it looked like a giant red flag in the sky with these big white bars like right through it, dude. And it was just waving, and I mean, like, it looked so crazy, but we watched it slowly come down to the ground, and we're like, oh, dude, we got to go to it, get as close as we can. And as we started getting closer, this thing came all the way down to the ground. And we drove inside of the Aurora as it was down on the ground. And when it was all red from the outside, but when you got inside and you looked around, everything looked purple, dude. It had like this real purple like look to everything. And you would hear these like pop, click, pop, 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 pop. Like you were hearing like these weird pops and clicks, dude. It was so freaking crazy, man. But I mean, like everything looked like so, like it had like this weird kind of glow to it, dude. Like it wasn't like everything was like painted red, but everything had like this kind of like weird dark red or maroon kind of colored burgundy like glow to it, dude. It was so freaking weird, man. But it's true. I did not believe it, but auroras do come down to the ground, man. And I mean, it's absolute fact, dude. They absolutely do. They came down to the ground. In fact, I actually found pictures of the aurora coming down to the ground, the exact one that I seen, and I actually put it in a video that I posted a while ago, probably like a year or two ago.
That's a once in a lifetime experience there, man.
It was
Congratulations.
freaking nuts,
That's
dude.
awesome.
It was so crazy, man. I was actually there with my drummer too, man. We were chasing the UFO. That UFO, by the way, went right through the Aurora Borealis, man.
Now, do you think maybe because you know it all has to do with electromagnetic fields and stuff?
It's got to have something to do with it. I mean, you got to think at least on the point with the UFO. I'm thinking, oh, he saw the Aurora Borealis. He's like, yeah, I got to go take a sample of this.
Right, right.
Every UFO is doing is collecting data. I don't think they're doing anything else but collecting data. I don't ever think they have any kind of agenda except to collect more data.
When this is kind of off topic. When I was a kid, though, I was walking home from school, and there was it was lightning. It was just crazy storm, and I saw these little orbs just flying through the sky. I only saw like 3 of them, but it's just something I really. I mean, I told my mom, my sister, and shit, but it's something I'll never forget. Well, it's just like these little orbs. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little glowing ball, but it was. I mean, I know it had something to do with the storm that day, but it's nobody believes me, man. But I saw it. It's crazy.
Snooch is saying radioactive Rice Krispies.
Growing up in Canada, I was fortunate enough to see Aurora Borealis quite a few times. And I'd have to agree, I've never actually seen them touch the ground myself, but I have been where they've been like literally maybe 50, 100, 150 max in feet above us.
Yeah.
You know, so I have no doubt. And there was one summer in particular, just prior to me moving to the States, this would have been back in the late 90s. And it was one summer in particular, Jupiter was at its closest to Earth in their orbits, and you were able to see Jupiter really clearly with the naked eye. And if you had binoculars or a cheap telescope, you were able to actually see the planet, you know, on a clear enough night, a dry enough night. But that summer there, the aurora, it was almost like a nightly thing. And this was during the summer months in Canada, which was rare. And it was almost like a nightly thing for a good 4 weeks. You know, you may skip one night to 3 nights, but by that 4th night it'd be again. You know, it was a real active year. It was incredible, really incredible.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I never even heard of it before, and then I heard some people talk about like auroras coming down to the ground, but they were like people like weren't believing them and stuff like that. But after hearing those stories, I was like, nope, it's true. Those guys were telling the truth, man. Auroras absolutely do come down to the ground, man. And I'm talking all the way to the ground where you can go inside of them, dude. And they're freaking, I never even seen Aurora before that day, dude. That was the first time I'd ever even seen one, dude. And I was like, oh, I've got to go in the motherfucker, dude. And it's really weird because they make some kind of weird cracking pop, like Rice Krispies, dude. Just like Snooch was saying, man. Motherfucking Rice Krispies in that bitch, dude. That's what it sounded like, man. Radioactive Rice Krispies just snap, crackling, and popping the fuck away, man. It was awesome.
Kyle,
probably what you hear in a microwave.
The Earth does it. The magnetic field does weaken from time to time in certain positions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they definitely. I've never seen it myself, but they reach the ground. I've heard other people say it.
Connections,
you know,
the CMEs. Can you hear me, Kyle?
Yep, you got you, buddy. What's going on, Zach?
You hanging, bro? So doesn't that all have to do with coronal mass ejections? The Aurora Borealis, definitely on my bucket list.
Yes.
It's all about.
Oh yeah,
yes, pretty much.
And
wow, it just looked like I saw the 70s.
How are sprites and what are the other things called? I can't remember the name, but they're like ejections from the earth.
Yeah, the sprites are like lightning that shoots up out of the atmosphere sometimes and into space. And it's cool because they can be actually red and green and purple. And I think that might account for a number of UFO sightings, is people seeing sprites happening way up into the atmosphere, and the initial flash from these colored ejections could cause people to think, well, I just saw an object that's flashing green and red lights or blue lights or whatever, but it turns out it might just be Sprite. You know, what do you guys think? Possible? I certainly hope not.
I seen a show one time, and they said that the sprites actually originate from space, but from our
Yeah.
perspective, it doesn't look that way.
They point out to space. They actually look like a geyser would, like you know how like a whale's blowhole kind of looks like when it's shooting out the water. You know, it's like the same way where the lightning actually goes up and like in a fountain and kind of just sprinkles out everywhere. It's really freaking cool, dude.
They were predicted to exist in the electric universe theory, and you know when they finally admitted it, you know they still don't give credit where credit is due. You know that's all part of that electric universe.
I mean,
theory.
sprites were known about well before the electric universe.
Yeah, but they've only been recently documented and studied. You know what I mean?
There's barely studied, man. You know, we know very little about them.
Very rare.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. But the electric universe theory predicts that event, but mainstream doesn't. That's why they're still exploring it. But anyway, I'm saying it supports it. But yeah.
So, all right. So, now on to some, oh, here we go. Hey, what up? Here we go. How you been, buddy? Ain't seen you in a long time, man. I've seen the Northern Lights in Morgan. I have seen the Northern Lights in Morgan, Utah. Oh yeah, dude. And Utah's got a pretty sky out there, man. I actually used to live in Cedar City, and you know what I used to see out in Cedar City? Green fireballs, dude. And I've seen those a number of times out there, dude, and they were freaking nuts, man. You know, is everybody else frozen? I think the only one who's not frozen is Zach and Tony, it looks like.
No, I'm fine. I hear everything going good.
Oh, okay, but your camera's frozen. Oh, and Jack's back. All right, Jack's back.
I'm moving. I've just been stationary, man.
Love Utah is a trip. Oh, I bet, man. You know what? Speaking of Utah, there's Sago Canyon in Utah, which has these which has something about like ancient aliens, if you will. These petroglyphs of what look like fucking aliens, you know, all the way there, man. It's they're really cool, man. Let's see if I can find the pictures for you guys, man. Hang on one second.
Are you talking about the white ones with the real big black eyes and the little lines coming from?
Kinda. I think we're talking about the same one here. Let me see.
The book this kid's got.
Hang on. Be quiet for 1 minute. Hang on. Sago Canyon petroglyphs, Utah. Yes. This is it. Hang on. Wait. No. Those are well, those are still in Sago Canyon in Utah. Those are cool too. Hang on. Well, here, I'll just let you guys look with me real quick. Hang on. Because these are really neat. Oh, there it is. I just found it. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen with you guys and everyone on YouTube. Snooch, chat stopped on my iPhone. What are you talking about? Your chat stopped. God damn it.
Hey, did you see this undergraduate weapons director book over here? On the
I saw the link for it, but I don't have time to go through it. I'm obviously hosting a show, but looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll have to read it. Post some more pictures, dude.
Let's see. Chat stopped on my own phone. Had a hard time logging in too. Jesus, Snooch, are you serious, man? God, this pisses me off, dude. You know, Cooper was having the same problem a couple of days ago. I mean, you know, I don't know. Oh my God, it's so annoying.
How many programs
out of here? All right.
Yeah, I had a connections issues the other night.
Yeah, that's right. And Robert was having issues the other night, man. Me, I'm fucking constantly getting kicked off my own shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Here, let me share my screen with you guys so you guys can see these. These are really neat. All right, so here's some of the petroglyphs. Now let's just look at these real quick. I just want to kind of go through them. Okay, you see that right there? That's a motherfucking UFO. Right there.
Can you zoom in on that, Kyle?
No, come on.
Can you zoom in on that stuff, man?
Yeah, hang on.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the barbell type. That's a fucking UFO. That's a cigar-shaped UFO, dude. That is a UFO right there. That UFO even has a fucking Facebook account.
Hey, what that could be the sun in front of the moon representing an eclipse too, dude. I mean, come on, look at the
No. That is 100% UFO. Those two UFOs right there. That buffalo is taking a poop. 100%. Oh, let me show you the ones I was talking about though, and that would be these. No, that's not him. This motherfucker right here, dude. Look at this guy, dude. Now that's creepy looking, dude. A haunting rock of Sago Canyon. Damn right. Isn't that not? Tell me if you came across that, aren't you still not scared to piss out of you? What the fuck is he looking at that got him so fucking scared, man? Look at these dudes, man.
Some of those were from the. I said some of those were from the Hopi Indian. Am I correct?
Correct. Now look. Now if you notice that one we were just looking at, okay, it had the bars connected. Okay, and look, and you see these motherfuckers, same kind of thing, same deal, like they're connected or whatever. There's actually reports of UFOs like this, man. I'll tell you what, these guys were really good at drawing on rock, which is very, very hard. They know how to keep their lines straight and everything, dude. To draw on jagged rock like that, it's quite impressive. Look at these dudes, man. Oh, that dude is a fucking alien. Come on. Come on, people. Look at his little fucking alien brother over here, dude. Jesus Christ. I know a goddamn alien when I see one.
Or is it artist renditions of them?
No.
Of a ceremony that they're having, and those are the costumes that these what do they call them? Those priests, but they're shamans. The shamans' war. You know, maybe it was a depiction of a shaman.
No, that's the
celebration.
dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard in my life, dude.
No,
Obviously,
but I'm
it's
saying
a fucking alien, dude. Duh.
Well, okay. Well, I wasn't there when they drew it, but
well, I
what do you
was.
call it?
Okay.
Well, there you
I've
go.
seen the fucking aliens.
Well, there you go. Enough
I know
said.
their agenda.
No, but you know what I'm saying. You know,
No,
you gotta,
you're
you
right.
gotta
I'll
ask
tell
that.
you exactly what it is, man. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe Kyle.
Now, what do you
is
guys
the
think about
alien.
this? What do you guys think? Fucking star map, right?
I bet you there's sacred geometry and all that stuff.
Probably.
Oh, maybe.
What's this dude? This looks like a little dude with a fucking heart on.
You know, the use of pi and phi and the golden ratio.
Probably. Look at all this petroglyph work, man. This is all done by one dude, man.
But you notice that's one constant through all ancient discoveries is these mathematics. You know, that's the one consistency through everything.
Well,
and it's kind of neat.
It's kind of neat. It is a representation of what's real. So there's a lot about math people don't understand, bro, and the spiral and vortex-based math, that type of thing, that explains a lot. And it all has to do with resonance and electromagnetic spectrum. Basically, it's like there's no almighty answer for everything, guys. There's just we're not capable of understanding. So I don't know. I don't know what people want to think. What happened to everybody else?
What, did they all freeze?
Yeah, they all went off your picture, your desktop.
Hang on, let me see. Oh man, we lost everybody, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. All right, this is pissing me off now.
All
right. So I don't know.
We just got gang booted.
Snooch, what are you laughing at?
We just got gang booted.
Cthulhu, right? It's fucking Cthulhu, man. Oh, dude, I fucking love.
But there's a
man.
famous quote, man. There's a famous quote that says, I think it's Pelagius himself. It says, "Number is all," you know, and it's true. You know, number is all.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you how to tap into the energy, whatever.
I'm only sure that it is something politically correct. Has to be, or we get demonetized. Correct, cons. I don't know what the hell's going on with this damn This damn
Yeah.
YouTube, man. This thing is pissing me off, dude.
It just popped. It popped up just before. It says you left the call. With the okay, and I'm like, I didn't leave no fucking call.
You're like, what the fuck, dude? I didn't leave
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I was like, I didn't get booted again, did I? But
Let's see what it looks like outside, man.
number is all. That's the one consistency through everything is these numbers, these patterns. These patterns of 72. 144. All basing off of the Great Procession. It's really
So
interesting.
anyway, I want to get back into alien wars if we could. You and these damn numbers, you keep bringing it up, dude. Yeah, we get it. I'm not sure what it has to do with the alien wars, but it's fine.
How do you think we got our technology to build weapons?
What's up?
How do you think we got our technology to build weapons?
What do you mean? How do we get it to build what? We progress from fucking throwing a stick and a bow and arrow to fucking stealth fighters, duh.
But do you think that we had a little bit of help?
No.
Somewhere along the way to figure out this?
No way.
You don't think so? So then what was first, the chicken or the egg, Kyle?
What do you mean? What was first, the chicken or the egg? How is that relevant to what he just
newborn
said?
baby crawl out of the ocean and develop all the stuff that we have now? Or I mean, because that's kind of what we obviously.
No, what I'm saying is that first we developed a spear, and then first we developed a rock, and then we threw that rock, okay, and then we threw a stick, and we sharpened that stick into a spear, and then we started throwing the spear, and then we made the spear smaller and put a bow behind it, and then turned it into a freaking arrow, and then we discovered gunpowder, and then we discovered all these other things, and it's just progressed all the way up to where it is.
Did you do that as a newborn? Is the question. I mean,
what's up?
So people were either planted here, or are you saying we were planted here, or we grew out of the ocean?
What the fuck does that have to do with creating weapons?
Technology and crawl out of the ocean. Like how did they fend for themselves when it first all started to getting to that point where we are now in the last 200 years?
I literally just explained it.
All right. I mean, it's
just progression, and it's progression of generations before you. The first one to crawl out of the ocean didn't have a stealth fighter.
No, but was it a baby? I mean, was it a baby, or was there a couple? Was it Adam and Eve? I mean, that's basically, I guess, what I'm saying. Who was it?
Yeah, but that's kind of veering off from what the actual question was.
Well, I suppose from when man first picked up a stone and made fire, or
it's weird, man. The YouTube stream isn't showing my camera. It's just showing my icon.
Yeah, it's just showing your icon.
But my camera is on.
Try refreshing your camera.
I've done that a couple of times. I even went out of the call and came back and everything. Right, it's weird.
I'm gonna put you on main screen, see what happens. Okay, let's put you back. What the fuck? And everyone's like freezing up. Yeah, this is really weird, man. It's freaking annoying, dude.
There you are.
Because like I said, I've even booted myself out of the call and then came back in and still none.
I just did the same thing.
That's weird.
Sasha is saying, how did we go backwards? There was an advanced civilization before us. Yes, there was.
Oh, super chat.
What? Where? I don't see a super chat. What are you talking about?
It's coming. It's on my screen.
Oh, boom. Oh, look at the super chat. I love it. Yes.
But how did
I love it, dude. Thank you, Cooper.
Oh, baby.
That's why that's why my camera ain't working, because I'm in the future.
That's right. See, you're like 2 notches ahead, man. That's even.
We keep skipping frequencies.
What was that? Who knew that? Who knows it? What was that? Can you guys hear that?
Enter Sandman.
Yeah, that was Metallica. Yeah.
I just had to see.
I was saying it, but I didn't realize I muted myself before. I was like, fuck, turn my mic on.
Thank you, Alex. Fuck yeah, dude. That's right, dude. No, I'm not going to. So Bobby Cash is saying, so that woodcut
session.
court of ancient past event. So advanced, and Sasha is saying, so advanced we still can't do it. Harry Toe, oh, thank you. Keep playing the music. You got it, dude. Here we go.
Smoke on water.
There you go.
Super chat.
Jam session.
I'm gonna bring the drums.
That's Marilyn Manson. I put a spell on you. Their version of it, dude. It's the easiest shit ever, dude. That's all. I wonder how long it took them to write that, dude. That's for you, Harry Toe. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep it going. Put your shit away, gentlemen. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated, you guys. All right, so Snooch monetizes me. I can super chat as well. If Snooch monetizes me, I can super chat as well. Shut up, Snooch, you fucking rock. I know it's been a problem. What's been a problem? Sasha, what's been a problem? Oh, okay. Oh, I see it up there. What'd you say? What about Stonehenge? Yeah. Well, we didn't go backwards. I don't know if that's not to do with the war. No, we're talking about alien wars. Anyway, yeah, so is everyone frozen again, dude? Are you serious?
No.
No, thank
No.
God. Oh, God. Thank God, dude. This
No, I'm
thing
just
is
taking
pissing
me
me
a
off,
seat.
man. Yeah. Can you guys believe
Okay.
that? I just want to say, can you guys believe that the last Google Hangouts we did got monetized, and I didn't care. I was like, go ahead, cuss all the fuck you want, say whatever. I wasn't saying shit. Who gave a fuck, dude? Yes, sir, Snooch, my man. Absolutely, brother.
Looping.
And now, and then they monetize that. And then my DNC video comes out, which I cussed extra and beeped it all out. Absolutely, brother. And now, no. Who's got their motherfucking YouTube on? Video comes out, which I cussed extra and beeped. Zach. Yes, you fuck. Okay, so I just find that interesting. Anyway, before I go,
Well, it's because of the title, I think, Kyle.
It's what's because of the title?
Because it said something about I can't remember. Well, what was the title exactly? It says Democrat or DNC or something,
yeah,
right?
Probably.
Yeah.
The DNC was owned. No, it just said the DNC was owned by Hillary Clinton.
There you go. That's why.
That's enough. That's enough. Anything political, they're like, no, we don't want it. We don't want it. No. I should have said fucking dumb bitch fucking robs motherfuckers blind. You know, then
They wouldn't have got
then
picked up by the same
no,
algorithm.
exactly the same algorithm when it caught that and be like, who's the dumb bitch? All right, that's fine.
The algorithm probably
Right,
picks up the beats that
right,
obviously you did before the cursing, and it counted it as cursing. That's pretty retarded, really.
right. What up, Pick
Yeah.
Osiris? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Stupid algorithm. Anyway, I gotta get off of here. You guys know my whole spiel. I'm not telling you anything freaking different. You know, like, subscribe, share, support me on Patreon. Go buy some shit from Teespring. And you know, what else is there?
Just gang bang all the buttons.
Yeah, that's it. You know, just hit this like button, all that good stuff. I will talk to you guys later. All right. I'm out of here, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. UFO
Later.
Proof out.
Later, fellas.
What do you mean?
Why isn't he on here? Where are we? What's going on, Cons? Are we at war? No, we're not at war. We're talking about ancient wars or so-called alien wars done back in the day.
It's because he said F your live stream.
I'm gonna have to
Don't
put you
boot
on.
me.
I'm gonna have to put you on mute, dude. I have to put you on mute. I'm sorry, man. I keep hearing that baby crying. There's some kid or like yelling in there, dude, or whatever it is. It keeps coming out on the screen. Too bad. Go over there and tell that baby to shut up, dude. Go there and smack that baby.
Be like, can't you see I'm live right now?
Pull a Donald Trump and be like, get him out of here. Take his coat. Let me check the comment section on YouTube. All right, you coming on here, Sean? All right, cool. Oh, okay. How disappointing. Yes. It's Sunday for me, so I'm still just man, that's cool. Oh yeah, no, we're not going to real war. Khan said, I said, you know, are we at war? I said, no, it's the aliens. He's like, let me get my bow. Then I told him, no, it's just a ancient texted wars. He's like, oh, how disappointing. He doesn't get to kill. What's up, you guys? UFO proof here. And today we will be discussing alien wars and the different kinds of descriptions that they've had for them in the past. I mean, there's been plenty of ancient societies and civilizations that had discussed the so-called alien wars that happened at one time that either brought about humanity or destroyed humanity or brought civilization or other nations into contact with each other. You know, there's a bunch of ancient depictions and texts speaking about them. So I figured it'd be a cool topic for us to discuss today. And hopefully we'll be able to stay on topic because we never seem to be able to do that. Cheers, fuckface. I will be putting the link for the hangout in the comment section on YouTube. So let me get the link for you guys. And if you have Google Hangouts, you know, feel free to come and join. Also, if you're on iPhone or Mac or, you know, any of the OS software, iOS, you can download it from the Play Store. Trust me, it's there. What up, Sergeant Shill? What up, Jack? What up, Sean? Luna 1980. How you doing? Reptilians versus Grays versus anyone with his bow. Cons, are you getting on here or what? What up, Feezy? Feezy? Fikizi? Live from Walmart, right? Where's the Alien Wars? What the fuck? I want to see Tom Cruise, right? Oh, that was a badass movie, dude. What was that? Edge of Tomorrow? That was awesome. Harry Toe. Cheers, fuckface. Cheers. How you doing, brother? When are you going to get on here and join us, Harry Toe? He always comes on here, comes on the comments, watches all my videos, fucking donates to the channel all the time, man. Never comes on here, dude. What up, Tony?
What up, man? How you doing today?
Good, brother. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good, man.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Go for it, man. BZ, oh, you're talking about War of the Worlds. Oh, man. Oh, that was pretty good. That was Steven Spielberg. Yeah, Tom Cruise, right? Dakota Fanning. Yeah, it was okay. I think Edge of Tomorrow was much better.
What about the case in Nuremberg, 1561?
Well, we're going to be getting to that in a little bit. I'm just waiting for everybody to get on here. Yeah, because I have a little bit to go off about that. So, what's going on, Gyro? How you doing? What up, Sean? You got sound, Sean?
Yeah, I just had it on mute. That's all.
There you go. What up, Jack? How you doing, brother?
All right, trying to prop this phone. Shit, that ain't no good.
Oh, against the popping up.
Yeah, I'm trying to charge it a little bit. I just got back.
That's cool, man. Check this out. This is what my girl got for charging phones. Here, check this out. It's a stand, man. This is so funny. I know it's ridiculous, dude. Look at this. It's a gooseneck with a USB and a little hand that holds up your phone, and you just like make a little, and it's supposed to charge it. And I'm like, it's standing vertical. What's the freaking point in that, dude? It's so stupid. I don't get it, dude. It's like a vertical stand, man. It's humans versus bluebirds versus Maya versus celestials versus Hydra versus Greek gods. There you go, Sean. That's our local crazy guy. Here's a link for you guys. Boom. There you go. So anyway, while we're waiting for them to join, there are a bunch of different ancient stories, text, the Mahabharata, especially like the Mahabharata. I mean, basically that reads like Star Wars, Hello?
What's up, man?
What up, brother?
Not much. Not much.
All right. Where are you at?
At Wally World,
Yeah, Wally World.
home of all the nutters.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you take your girl to school yet, but she's off today, right? It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're just really hanging out with the nutters at Walmart?
No, I just came to pick up actually some cat litter and water and.
You mean sausage, right?
Yes, lots and lots of sausage.
Oh, that's cool, man. Anyway,
Sausage everywhere.
be a minute. I'm eating. All right, Jack. What's going on with Sean?